Good morning and welcome to the latest edition of my studio poetry diary. I'm Chris Kent, and this is in fact more like a follow-on to the last edition when I read the poem At Quinham Bay by the great Caribbean writer Eric Merton Roach. And I said on that occasion that that was one of two poems he left on his desk on the final morning of his life. And a number of people asked me what the other one was, so this is it. It's called Finis, or Finished, and it's a brief poem of almost haiku-like intensity and haunting grief. To recap, Eric Roach was a great writer who wrote about many things, but much of his writing was about the post-colonial experience and the dreadful inheritance of slavery. And in the poem At Quinham Bay, which I read last time, he traces the arrival at that location on the southern coast of Trinidad, first of Christopher Columbus, the explorer, and then of the slaving ships which disgorged their terrible human cargo on that same beach, among them Eric Roach's own ancestors, and then finally of his own arrival there. And these three concentric journeys are also the context of the despair which he expresses in this poem Finis, which was to become, as perhaps he intended it to, his own epitaph. On that final fateful morning of April the 17th, 1974, Eric Roach walked to Quinham Bay, drank insecticide, and then simply swam out to sea. Perhaps like Primo Levi, the great Italian Jewish writer who survived Auschwitz, only then to take his own life many years later, he had seen and learned too much. Eric Roach was not just a great writer, but also a great reader. And in the final devastating lines of this poem, he meets head-on that much contended text by Joseph Conrad, Heart of Darkness. To many people, a great critique of colonialism, colonization, but to many others, a crude caricature of the so-called dark heart of Africa and its people. Eric Roach's answer was simple. He was swimming for home. Night casts its blanket on the wood, blacker than blindness. Nothing breaks midnight now. The fireflies died. Life's candles flickered out. Darkness has entered into the pores of love and joy and grief and art and song. Now sound is silence. 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 A man has passed into the heart of darkness.